Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ybot. Welcome back to City Skylines. Today I got something very special planned for you guys. If we can just get through it in time, I might have to do this in one video, but in a couple sessions. Anyway, we're going to get started if the game will let me. I cannot wait until I get that new computer. Alright. Bear with me a sec. So, we are going to do some work on this little causeway highway here, as you probably saw at the end of the video last time. I'm planning on putting an interchange here, and I'm doing it over the river, just to make things a little more interesting. So, that is what we are going to attempt to do today. Now, first, though, I do want to get some, I do want to get an interchange set up here. And, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get started with some on-ramps here. We'll see. Actually, you know what we're doing, guys? We're going to do the far side first, because I think this is going to be fairly tricky, so like 90 degrees, and then we want to do not 180, but we want to do something in the middle, so we'll say like 140. Yeah, so I need to figure out, I may need to edit this one if it gives me too much trouble, but I'm just going to try and figure out what we want to do here. So we're going to have one that's going mostly straight, and we'll have one that's going at quite an angle. We'll say 125 degrees if we can manage it. Yeah, we'll have one go like that. We may need to split this up. We may need to do that. I'm not sure if I can actually get what I'm looking to do here. In fact, I'm pretty sure I cannot. Let's just experiment here for a sec. Just bear with me for a moment. Yeah, no, this is too many pieces coming into one. So, alright. Let's get that redone then. We've got some daylight now. Perfect. We've somehow lost all of the power. All of the electricities have died. Because our power plant is on fire. Well, that is highly unfortunate. I'm sure the fire trucks will come and fix it once we unpause the game. Anyway. Let's go ahead. Let's get this set up. And now for this, we'll clean that up. So what I think I'm gonna do here, let's see, we'll see. Let's try a little of this, combined with apparently not a little of that. Fine, we'll do it this way. And I think we might actually just do 2 lanes. So let's say try something like this that just kind of joins into that, and something. Just a sec here. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. We're gonna do it here. We're gonna figure it out, and then we're going to attach it to the road. So we'll start off with 2 relatively straight roads. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Actually, let's just use this as a guide. Okay. I'll put one of these on either side. Get rid of the original. Upgrade them to, say, 2-lane highways. do the connections now. There we go. That's a little better. I just need to fix the orientation. And the orientation's sorted. We may need to shorten these as well. We'll see what we can do with them, though. Alright. So we need to do a T interchange here. Actually, here's a question I'm kind of curious about now. This is a raised highway. Is it possible at all for me to do a T interchange without... No, I have to get it over top. I can't go underneath somehow because of the quay, and I have no desire to get rid of the quay. Alright, so... Anyway, let's get this... Let's get this part sorted out and out of the way. Do that. And then... Slope is apparently too steep. Space already occupied. Yeah, this is looking a bit like a mess. And we won't be able to get down, so no, that's not going to work, so we need this to go straight. And we may need a running start at it. Yeah, it's going to need a running start, unfortunately. Yeah, so we'll do that. Then we can have it go over... Yeah, we're going to be a little limited here just because of all the stuff that's around. So we'll do that. We want a page down, and... I think that looks very symmetrical. That actually looks good. And then we'll just do something like this and like that. And that'll be the eastbound exit. And then for this thing here, this is going to be a whole nother ballgame because we need to have this go over top that as well. That other bridge there. So. Alright. Let's get started here. So we can afford to drop that down right away. That actually works out very well and looks fairly symmetrical. Good. I did take a practice run at this earlier, just to see if I could get it right. So I do have a fairly good idea of what I want to design. So that is definitely helping right now. I do think I want to change that to be more bridge. I know it's unnecessary, but I think I like it better that way. And I think I do want to just get rid of this for now. And make it so that I can have my little exit. That's a bit too far. There we go. That's a little bit better, so just coming down at the very end. That's what I like. But then it ruins the symmetry of this. That's the problem. Well, maybe if we can get this to go straight, do a 180. No. No, now this looks funny. Alright. So we're going to try doing this again. Looks kind of out of sorts still. And this looks like a drastic drop as well. But if I don't drop it down like that, then we have a ridiculous, like, roller coaster drop right here, which is not really acceptable. So we'll give this another try. So one drop there. One drop here. Rest of the drops there, maybe? How does that look? That actually looks pretty good. I like it. Now, is there any possible way, any way possible that we can get this to hook up properly? Just try removing that last little piece. And then do that. We'll fix the rest later. It doesn't look quite right. Apart from this end bit, it looks very good. It looks amazing. Let's see if we can maybe fix this. Or we can just merge them mid-air here. Yeah, I think we might have to do that after all. Sure. So we'll do that, and then I guess turn the rest of this into 2 lanes. Yeah, like so. Sure, it's not perfectly symmetrical, but it's fairly good. Alright, so next bit. This. I want to turn this into one of these, except over the water. Excuse me. So, in order to do that, I've done some experimenting with this too. I have to rip the entire thing down. What I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to raise the level of one of these bridges. I believe I'm going to raise the level of this one to the north here. So we're going to make sure that that is higher. We're going to have to kill both of these bridges as well, because we're going to be flipping the lanes of traffic. So this is going to be the part of the de-interchange that just flips over. We'll be killing the interchange as well there. And I think we'll just clot back to, say, here. This is a 3-lane, so we'll keep it on straight just for the time being. Bring it up by 1. Bring it over by 1. Can we just do that like so? Say bring this up to here, and then just have it cross over maybe, perhaps? And then if we just did this, it would pretty much work. Cool. So we still need to do the mucking about over here, and we're gonna kill this entire interchange because we're gonna set up a new one. Well, actually, this road right here is gonna this highway is going to connect over to this highway. So that is the plan. So we'll just clean this up. We'll just move that right down to the edges of the map. Scrap that for now. And yeah, let's get started building the bridges, I think. Let's do that. This is peculiar. So I want to basically follow that guideline, I guess. Just bear with me a sec here. So that's actually lower than I want. Alright, so we're going to try this for now. There we go. Is that... How elegant is that? That's not terrible, actually. So this is the end of the bridge. It's a bit too long for my liking, actually. Also, there's going to be some entrances and exits. So I think here is where we'll do the flipperoonie. I also would like them to be lined up as well, if I can manage it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have this go straight for a bit. And have this go straight for just a bit as well. And then do one of these. And for now we can just clean that up a little. And we can do one of these. And that has the two towers not being level with one another, but being completely parallel. So that's good. That's very good. Now we can do the switcheroonie right here. And I think that's mostly correct. Alright, so for the time being, we're going to assume that that's the way things are. These... I've altered the bridge slightly by the looks of it. Sure, we can deal with that. I think that will work. And now what I want to do is to get these two highways to go directly underneath the middle of this. If that's going to work for me at all. So lowest possible height. It is not going to work. Ah, I forgot something. So this is actually dropping down. Oh, here's an interesting thought. Maybe I could make these be a little more Because this bridge is the problem, right? Maybe I could make these be a little bit more symmetrical if I only just raise it. So now these two are pretty much the same height. Yeah, this is going to be a problem though, because it's not going to be the same right after, so this needs to be delayed. Okay, we can do that. So it needs to be a straight up 180 here, no bullshit. I guess 179 is the best we're gonna get. Yeah, and we're gonna need to have this one go down by 1. Crossover. This one go up to here, crossover. And then go down like so. Suppose we should fix all the highway here. There we go. So all that is taken care of, and we should be able to run a nice little highway right underneath here without any trouble. I do kind of like the look of the arch here. I wonder if there's any way I can replicate that on this side. I probably can. I'm gonna try. Okay, we're getting a good 180 this time. And we are indeed getting the arch. Perfect. I kind of like the look of that. I kind of do. I'm digging it. I wish I could make them both like that. Now, here's the real question. Can I run a highway down underneath both of these? Yeah. Yeah, so long as it doesn't become a suspension bridge of its own, absolutely. As soon as that happens, then it's like, no, 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 no. So, need to make sure that they have a slight curve to them. So just using these as a template for now. Be raised up here, and then this is not permanent, but this is just for completion of the road. We'll say it'll go like that. And this is a ridiculously sharp turn. I would ideally like to have something go like this instead, but currently I do not control that portion of the map, so we're gonna do it this way. That intersection looks like hell. You know what? Let's try something a little more elegant. See if maybe we can match that. hop the quay and then get over there like so. That kind of works. That kind of works. Now we need to make the connection here, which I believe is going to require us... Honestly, it's going to require us digging this up. Oh, something else I do just quickly want to test, guys. I have no plans for ferries at the moment, but I do want to make sure that this bridge is... this messy interchange is ferry compatible, so... I'm just going to throw a ferry lane in there for now. Actually, you know what? We'll get rid of it. We'll put it in at the end. No, we actually want that to be higher. So we want this to connect to that then, I guess. Well, it's a start. So we want to do it from here. There we go. It's not completely ridiculous. This kind of is. This could be cleaned up. Let's see if we can do some work on that. You know, without the highways just kind of merging into one, that would be good. Yeah, that's a little wonky. That still needs some work. Maybe if we do it from the river to the shore, that might be better. This is a little wonky as well, so we're gonna just scrap that. We'll start from here. This seems like a good spot. Clean up the turn, though. You know what? We'll do that. And that. That actually looks pretty good, I think. Okay, well, it looks bloody ridiculous, but... yeah, that is a sudden drop. So we'll make that look a little less dramatic. Actually, we don't need to raise that at all. Yeah, we can get rid of that last little raised bit here, so we just need it to go like so, into the water. Like so. Wait a second. I think that was like going back up after I lowered it. Alright. So that looks good. I like the right side. What's the left side look like? Needs a tiny bit of cleaning up. Although it's functional, it could be good enough. Alright. So these seem good. This needs to be fixed. Sorry, I'm dealing with multiple layers of bridges at this point, so I'm getting a little confused sometimes here. And And now I'm just going to go back over to this bridge and just try to remember exactly how we get this done here. So I believe what I'm going to want to do is have a interchange come off left like so, and drop it down, and then just have it connect underneath the bridge if we can manage it. If it doesn't break the game. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing angle, but we can work on it. There we go. So that actually looks quite nice now. Now the thing is, though, we also want this side to connect as well, though we could arguably just do that the other way. Let's see. So we're going to want to do something like this as well. One connection here. Just bear with me. I think this might be better. It may not be as aesthetically pleasing, though. We'll see. And then do something like that for the first bit. And then a little bit of this. No, so it's actually the other way around is what we need to do here. Yeah, you know what, guys? I think I want to go under the bridge. This looks fine and dandy. It looks very aesthetically, looks very good. It has nice turns, nice curves. But I think we want to connect underneath the bridge if we can manage it. Just for that added level of interest, we'll say. And difficulty. Okay, so that then is connecting like so. Trying to remember here. I feel like I'm missing something. So this piece normally goes west. I mean, this piece can just, like, go bugger off over here. I'm just going to look at this again for inspiration. So what it does is it takes advantage of that and just does a Y split here. So that's kind of what we should be trying to do. So perhaps say something right here. Don't want it to go in the tunnel. that could be a mess. But I think that's basically what we're trying to do. Although it might just be simply... might be more practical to do, say, something like this. Where we're trying to connect here, but we also are willing to loop around and connect up here. Okay, so I'll raise that. So go ahead and do one of those, and then also connect like this. Yeah, that seems a bit more like what we're trying to achieve. And then alternatively, we do say something like this. And this has a spur onto this one. That might be too short of a ramp. No, I've done shorter. I mean, we can do the crazy ass one if we want to. We can try. No, actually, that's a bad idea. It's better to have, for actual traffic flow, it's better that we don't connect them under the bridge. Because what will happen is that we will be loading cars onto the highway before we remove them from the highway. And that's going to lead to some terrible, terrible traffic problems. Let's just fix that. So then what we're looking to do here is this. Need to page up a couple times, connect to that, and then have a nice little off spurt over here and connect over here, or possibly something a little more dramatic. Could actually do something incredibly dramatic, like say this. No, that's going to require a post. Do a little intersection there, and then for this one we can just do something like that, and well, essentially it's done. Be right back, guys. Alright, and I'm back from my short little break, which actually turned into an entire day because, yeah. Because, yeah, it was later on in the day when I started filming this anyway. Let's take a look here. So I did figure out what I thought was missing. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna do this because I think it looks a little too ridiculous. You guys can feel free to leave a comment if you feel that I should do something like this. But what I was doing when I was testing this out, I think was I was actually trying to do something like this. So having it kind of branch off in the middle of the bridge, but it's only wide enough to do that for one. So it would do that, and then I assume that, like this thing right here would just... it would just kind of branch off like so and join on to that. And then likewise over here, it would just kind of seamlessly hook up to that. I mean, we can try it, but I don't think this is what we want to do. Seems a bit too much. Seems to be too much overkill. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think I'm feeling it. I think we'll keep it the way it was. We'll try to make these seem a little bit more organic, although they're doing their job. They're functional. So, yeah, for now, let's do that again. We'll go ahead and we'll remove this. Once again, if you guys want to see that in the city, I'll see what I can do. But for now, I'm thinking that's looking a little silly. Okay. So, yeah, this one right here. Very short exit. Very short exit indeed, actually. But I don't suppose that... No, that's going to be conflicting. Which is unfortunate, actually. Perhaps... maybe just to make this look a little more interesting. And also to kind of get rid of some of the mess there. Might just elongate this a little. Make it go like that. And then have a lovely little loop-de-loop right here. Actually... I think I'm going to do this. Yeah. We'll put that. We'll make it an exit. But if we can manage it, I'd like this to be just a little bit higher and just kind of drop down at the last second. So maybe like so. And that way we can just do something. Do something like that. It's not perfect, actually. Can we make it look a little less awkward? It's going to take some doing. Alright, so let's use that as a marker piece. Why is that awkward? Yeah, that works fine. That works good. Alright, so we've got our exit there for this direction. Now for this direction here, it would have to be one damn short off-ramp. Actually, we could pull the same kind of trickery here. No, not like that, but maybe like this should technically work. Yeah, it will. So drop this sucker down to the ground level. Sure, we can do that. That'll give us a nice little exit back here once again. Not that we really need this exit right now, but I think it's kind of fun just to throw it in there. We might remove it later on. Now there's the question of this. What would be the safest option? Probably just that. Oh no, how spaghetti factory do we want to get here? How spaghetti factory do we want to get? No, that's not going to work. Let's just do that for now. Now, our factor, or our power plant, is still on fire, mind you. So that's something we're going to have to contend with. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to restore this connection. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and scrap this because it just puts a awkward looking post in the middle of my otherwise very pleasing looking suspension bridge. Alright. That's good except for the directional issues, so we'll fix that right now. Get everything going the right ways. Now I'm just thinking of more ways I can make this more ridiculous looking. Now this one actually go underneath, can't we? No, we can't? Why not? Why can't we do that? Oh, is it because it's going up? Alright. Fine, fine. So if we go just a little further, then we're actually good. There we go. Do we want to do any more ridiculous nonsense here? Do we want to just leave this little one as a simple transition? We can lower this actually and do some more craziness. I think we will. Yeah, let's grab this again. And the game will save right now because why not? So there. That doing it that way then means that we can have a bit more fun with this. Actually, we might be able to get some sort of messed up symmetry to this if we can... you know what? I like it being asymmetrical and being as crazy as possible. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty much going to do it for the interchanges here. We have the fairly aesthetically pleasing looking one right here, where everything's mostly matches up, except for this. This is a little bit off. I think I might just extend this just a touch so it can just a little bit. Just make it maybe go to here. Yeah, now it looks pretty much as symmetrical as we can make it. I mean, we could make these a little shorter if we had to. Could also extend this out more and put it here. No, let's not do that. We had enough trouble with this nonsense already. I would, however, like to clean that up. That would be nice. So just make this go up and down at the same point. You know, or we could do that and just screw with it entirely. Yeah, that's not at all what I wanted. And then it does this instead. Alright. Stop bowing around. So I guess we'll do it this way. There, that's a lot more. That was much more what I was looking for. Okay, very good. We still have... we have a bit more time left. Let's maybe quickly see if we can do something about some sort of connection here. We can't do anything here. We don't have enough space for a proper anything, quite frankly. Yeah, we might just have these two completely bypass one another. I mean, I suppose right now we could do something like so. That's god-awful, but, you know. Whatever works. So that comes off. We need something to go on, though. And once again, we're running into problems with the city limits. Well, mostly we need to connect this side, the south side, to the west side. So, I mean, if we wanted to, we could just do this here. That does not look as ridiculous considering the overall ridiculousness of the structure. And then this would actually connect quite nicely. And now we're running into power line issues. Okay, so we'll avoid that for now. Yeah, we'll leave that. We're going to put a pin in that one for now. We are going to connect this train station up, though, however, because there are crime issues. We don't want that. And also the demand for industry is quite high. So we're going to just put in what will eventually be a T intersection there. And yeah, we'll move that down closer to the river. I want that to parallel the river for as long as we can. However, it's gonna get cut off by this city limit right here. So I guess this square is the next one we need to get. Let's run the city at speed 3 here, and let's see if we can maybe get the power plant sorted. It appears the fire trucks have done their work. So water treatment is good again. Sewage problems are filtering out. We have some crime problems out here in the boonies, actually in the cemetery of all places. Just set a timer there. Okay, so jails available. People in the jails. Yeah, so we could probably use a small police station out here, so I'm going to go ahead and get one set up. I'm going to just put one right here. There we go. So that should help with some of the crime. For this one, for this area, I've got a police station way over there. Also, these dumps are now empty, so I'm going to go ahead and get... just scrap the dumps entirely. That's going to free up some precious industrial space. And almost immediately, people are grabbing that land. And the traffic here is still tremendously bad. Oh, actually, that reminds me of something, guys. The reason that this is like this The reason it's down to 2 lanes was because of those dumps, so we're actually going to screw some people over here, wreck their buildings, but then expand our industrial zones. There we go. Perfect. So that should help with some of this major industry demand here. And the next milestone, which will give us a power plant. Okay, the one after that is 36,000. It's going to be a ways off. So future freight station's still supposed to be there. Maybe we can tackle that this episode. Just give me a sec. Get rid of the so-called Scott Highway for a sec. Here's a freight depot. However it is... This will cause some issues, though, with track. So perhaps if I put it over here, that could work. Except then we still have the issues with the Scott Highway here. The East-West Highway. I kind of want to try something the dickiest highway ever. That's right, guys. The douchiest highway ever. Or the douchiest railway line ever. So that's one option we could do. It's a terrible idea. It is the worst idea ever. Let's try something different. Straight highway for now. Get that out there. Do we have enough room to do anything? Doesn't really look like it. We don't have enough room to do so much as a switch. Yeah, space already occupied. Ah, but what we could do... No, that's not going to work either. Did we want to maybe adjust the height of this slightly so we can allow for proper switch? Would that even work? Let's just get rid of this section of highway and see. So theoretically, yes, this works. Theoretically speaking, that works. Even the support, well, the support is a bit of an issue. Whoops. That was a little too trigger happy. Let's just go ahead and get this. So we can do that. Yes, the support. So let's try that. Purposely making it non-symmetrical now to line up with the bridge. It actually lines up very beautifully. So that is very nice. So we can do this. We can do that. That actually works quite well. I'm pleasantly surprised. And then just for future-proofing this, we're gonna just kind of have this go off and become a tunnel. And I'm not entirely sure how we would reconnect it. But we do have the means now to transport freight over the river to the commercial, to downtown. Just need to restore this, not by doing that. I'm just making this worse for myself. Alright. It's like threading a friggin' needle. Alright. That'll do for now. Not sure if it's perfect. It seems good enough. Cool. So that's that. The city is unpowered and dying. We'll fix that for now. We'll give it a little bit of life, since it wasn't doing as well as I thought it would. It wasn't expanding as well as I thought it would. Oh, small issue with the freight station. No power there either. And we can't really get power across these lines. So I guess for now, we run a second set of power lines on this side. It's not actually a terrible idea to keep those running across. Cool. So is this going to turn into anything? Not right away, it's not. We have some traffic here. Let's watch the cars. Let's watch this box truck here. See how it navigates back to the facility. A little bit of bottleneck there. Alright. Not too bad. Things seem to work. Alright, so I think I'm going to throw down a cut here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope you enjoyed this ridiculous bridge here. And this other interchange I was working on. I hope that you didn't find this video to be a little tedious because of the because I didn't time-lapse any of this. Hope you enjoyed that and the commentary. Let me know in the comments if you have anything positive or negative to say. My name's been Ybot. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.